Hello, everybody. Sorry for the severe lack of uploads lately. It's Christmas was coming up. It was December, so you can imagine it's been a bit of a whirlwind, and everything was happening so suddenly. But yeah, the I thought since it's Christmas, and while I can, I should probably review a Christmas movie. So this review is on The Holiday. So the plot of this movie is this woman named Amanda, played by Cameron Diaz, is is from an American from LA and suffers a bad breakup. And coincidentally, in England, another woman named Iris, played by Kate Winslet, also suffers a bad breakup. And they both end up going on this chat and asking if there are any men in their area. So they decide to switch places in their countries and decide to meet another man and hopefully get another relationship, and hopefully everything will start good and they have a good holiday during the holiday season. Yeah, I guess I've made it abundantly clear I'm not a rom-com person, but this one was pretty good. Yeah, it's not, I don't think it's great or anything. Like, is it one of my favorite Christmas movies ever? Because this technically is a Christmas movie, so even though it's not very Christmassy, but it takes place during it, so I count it. If it's set during Christmas, it's a Christmas movie, so there's that. Um, yeah, I wouldn't put it among my favorites, but for a Christmas rom com, this is probably the only one I could probably watch. Um, yeah, this movie isn't really anything new. It's really just kind of a typical, breakup story, and then of course this one person meets someone else, and of course a little fallout happens in the third act. Blah blah blah. Yeah, every rom com always has to have that misunderstanding moment, but here I think it works for two reasons. One, I like that the concept isn't really what you think. Like the fact that there's an American in England in chilly weather when she's used to LA weather, and then there's a Brit who's in, sunny California. You think it would result in a lot of really annoying, stale, fish out of water jokes like, "Oh, haha, she can't take the cold," or "Ha, she's so not used to it being warm." But they don't focus on it that much, which I really do like that they didn't do that, because that would have felt like a one joke comedy that really didn't add anything to the chemistry with the leads. But I do like that. I mean, granted, they do kind of touch up on it a bit, like, and it does work when it's there. Like, I do like how when Amanda arrives in England and she's wearing high heels because she's so used to walking around in warm weather, and she's not used to slippery ice, so it is kind of funny. And it's kind of funny how like Iris is like so used to like, oh, finally it's all warm, so like, yeah, you get a cute moment here and there, but they do adapt to their environments really well. And both the men that they meet, they do have really great chemistry, and you really buy them, especially because they're actors that you kind of wouldn't think really go together, like Cameron Diaz and Jude Law. Like, Cameron Diaz is always kind of the funny, bubbly comic relief in like a lot of movies, and Jude Law. Well, I haven't seen many of Jude Law's movies, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have that same kind of acting range and style as Cameron Diaz. So I think the opposites of them did make for some really cute moments, and you really wanted to see what would happen. They and uh you even see his family, yeah, and Jude Law's family, like they have really good sweet moments with Amanda. Like, Amanda really likes, she's really good with kids, and you see that she's really wants to be nice to his family, and you see a lot of really touching moments, and like it's a lot of really good moments. That's definitely something you'd want in a Christmas movie, and it doesn't feel like corny and forced, and like, oh, like a forced moment to make all the old ladies in the audience go, "Aw." It's actually, I think it goes really well. I think they're very tender moments, and they're really cute. And I do think Kate Winslet and Jack Black both, they surprisingly work quite well together, which is like, because like I said, Cameron Diaz and Jude Law, like they're very different actors. I guess you could say the same for Jack Black and Kate Winslet, because Jack Black's always kind of the funny, energetic kind of rock and roll type guy who's always like yeah, and always belts out into musical numbers. And Kate Winslet's kind of the more you know not uptight. No, she's like she kind of plays the sweet, elegant, classy, bubbly type lady, and she's really charmed. And you see Iris being really charmed by Miles, and it makes for a lot of sweet moments. And you're like, you know what? These two actors work surprisingly well together, despite their their both their work being vastly different. And I really think that's something rom coms should probably do more of. Have actors that don't really feel like they would go together. And I think that's really what makes the movie stand out, instead of just, repetitive fish out of water jokes, or focusing, too much on, the silly like haha pratfalls type stuff. No, this movie, like, it works more on chemistry with the lead actors, and they don't really emphasize the whole fish out of water aspect like you expect. It's actually a really good story about meeting someone else that you never thought you would ever love. And that's actually a good message for real life. Sometimes the people you love are the people you never think you would meet, or the people you would least expect. So I think it's a pretty good message for a rom com to have. If I had to nitpick one thing, is that I don't think Jack Black and Kate Winslet, I don't think they have a lot of. They could have been in the film more. I mean, they are in it a good amount, but I felt most of the movie felt too focused on Cameron Diaz and Jude Law, and Cameron Diaz, adapting to the chilly weather in England. And I think, yeah, like it was, they had good chemistry. Don't get me wrong, and I like both actors, and I liked seeing them play off of each other. But I feel that that was kind of most of the film, and I feel the moments where Iris and Miles are together, while they are there, I didn't feel like they were really fleshed out and explored as much. But I think maybe a good chunk of that is that I don't know if the actual scenes in England were actually filmed in England, but I guess if they were, I can't imagine filming in England would be cheap. So I think a good amount of the budget for this movie went into filming in England. So maybe they just wanted to use up the budget, but I don't know. But The Holiday is a good film. Honestly, if you're not a rom com person, it's debatable if you'd like it. But if you like all the lead actors and you want to see something Christmassy, I'd say it's worth checking out just for the acting alone and the performances. And it's not exactly a strong film, and it can get a little tacky sometimes, but not too overly tacky. I think it works just enough. So, yeah, it's a good Christmas film, even if it doesn't have a heck of a lot to do with Christmas. I still think it's worth at least a one-time watch. Like, I don't know if this isn't something I'd watch every year, but maybe every couple years I get, or 10, maybe every 10 years. Okay, no, I'm just being hyperbolic. But yeah, The Holiday, it's not a bad film if you want to watch a Christmas movie tonight. I don't know if there's that much hours in the day left by the time this is uploaded, but hey, I guess you know what I mean. So yeah, that's my review of The Holiday. So I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and have a great rest of your year. So take care.